Turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
I will bring agitators out from jail and discuss with them if you elect me as your president. P2B to Nigerians. Now the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the forthcoming charade Nigerian government is about to conduct by February is declaring what he do with agitators and what he will do about agitations in the country. He said he will discuss with agitators, even if they have been jailed, if they're in prison or detention or been incarcerated, that he will bring them out and have some discussions with them. In his words, he said, as I said in the short term, the issue of insurgency and insecurity is to sit down and discuss with them. We are in a democratic dispensation and you govern by discussion. You govern by consensus. So I will sit down and discuss with every agitator. Without an exception, we must use carrots and sticks. I will discuss with those who want to change. I am convinced that when they have reasons to stop, they will do so. You have to look at what is causing agitations today. It's the issue of injustice, unemployment, poverty, and so on. When you start addressing these issues and start engaging them in a discussion, you start bringing them to the table. I will discuss it with everyone. Even if you are in jail, I will bring you out and discuss with you. That's P2B's statement. You've seen it. And so, but what we are saying is this. There is a very big, gap between insurgency and agitations. When you said that you will discuss with, talking about insurgency and insecurity, he said it's to sit down and discuss with them. That means you want to sit down and discuss with terrorists. Yes, because it's not the same. When you talk about agitations, there is a big gulf between these two, issues. So those who are terrorists, don't discuss with terrorists. We have not seen the American government, UK, Germany, or Canada, Western powers discussing with terrorists, negotiating with terrorists. You don't do that. When, in America, in 9/11 happened, yes, September 11 attack in the US, Washington, the World Trade Center was bombed. The then president of the US, George W. Bush, made it clear, said that they will drive these terrorists. Permit me to quote part of former America's president's statement during that time when he visited the scene. I quote, "We are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom. Our grief has turned to anger, and anger to resolution. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done. We will direct every resource at our command, every means of diplomacy, every tool of intelligence, every instrument of law enforcement, every financial influence, and every necessary weapon of war. We will starve terrorists of funding, turn them one against another, drive them away from place to place until there is no refuge or no rest." End of quote. That is the statement of George W. Bush, former American president. You see it. So the last, paragraph said, "We will starve terrorists of funding, starve them of funding." Very important. "Turn them one against another, drive them away from place to place until there is no refuge or no rest." They didn't say they will negotiate with terrorists. So all these statements to appease Northerners, does not work out. It's not the way to go. You understand? When you use agitations in the southeast, the Biafra agitation, to compare with what is happening in the north, where there's full-blown terrorist or terror. That's why the people in the north, they will sit down there, they say, "I pop terrorist." They think that what they are doing there, the terrorism, they are funding terrorism. The Fulani oligarchs funding terrorism. It's not the same thing with agitation in the Southeast. You see, people with genuine means of livelihood who are saying, we want referendum, we want freedom. They come to the streets, they carry placards, and they ask international community, they ask United Nations, they ask United States, Germany, France, and Canada, and world powers, say, look, come to our rescue, come and rescue us, come and give us referendum. People who have genuine means of livelihood. You understand? You see, but where you see terrorism, they go, they bomb markets. They go, they do suicide bombing in the bus, in the train station. They abduct people, they keep them for months, asking government to pay millions of naira as ransom. Yes, you see, banditry activities. You see, people say, having their own, caliphate, collecting tolls, collecting rates, taxes. Yes, creating caliphate where they collect money from citizens. People pay taxes to them rather than government. Terrorism. All right. So compare it. It's incomparable. To say the agitation, or to say that terrorism is agitation. No. So we understand the point where Peter Obi is coming from. Yes, because this is Nigeria. He wants the northern votes. Otherwise, he knows that this is terrorism. And this is terrorism, pure terrorism, that they are doing in the northern Nigeria. The international community is aware. The world is aware. The United Nations is aware. You see. So, talking about agitation in the Southeast, I want to assure the president, the former governor of Anambra State, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, that even his candidacy will not stop the Biafra agitation. That's the point we're making this morning. Even his presidency, that's the point, presidency, Peter Obi's presidency, IPOB have made it crystal clear that they do not stop the Biafra agitation. Biafra agitation did not start with Peter Obi, and it will not end with him. The agitation is not synonymous with him. It's not attached to him. There's nothing, the agitation has nothing in common with Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a person, is contesting for election, is a former governor of Anambra State, and so there's no link between him and IPOB or agitation. He's just an indigenous people of Biafra, a member of Igbo. He is a Biafran, he is an Igbo man, and as a result, every Igbo man, everybody, you can't deny it. You are an indigenous people of Biafra. Every Biafran, not just Igbo man, Biafrans cut across the Igbo. All of you, all of us are indigenous people of Biafra. That's how it is. You are indigenous. Are you not a Biafran? You are a Biafran. When you see the map of Biafra, you are captured there. Biafra, the word Biafra has been in existence before Ojukwu declared it as a territory or as a nation. It has been there as a territory before Ojukwu declared it as a nation. Yes, the Biafran territory has been in existence. That's the point. Prior to Ojukwu's declaration of the sovereign state of Biafra in 1967. Okay?